You are now tuned in to your number one radio station.
We interrupt this program for a special report by WKMU.
Staten Island, New York. Hey y'all, this is What Keeps Me Up at Night podcast coming at you live at 10 p.m. That's nighttime, right?
Yeah. Postmortem.
Postmortem?
Yeah. Isn't it?
Wait, is that what PM stands for?
Oh no. Post morning.
Postmortem. Oh my gosh.
I don't even know if it's post morning either.
I don't even know. Okay, now we just sound dumb.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Let's just get into it.
Who are you again?
I'm Blue.
And I'm Sky.
And clearly we're all learning here today at the same time. But yeah, so today what we're going to be talking about is everyone's favorite movie. And if it's not, then you're a liar.
Yeah, you're a GD liar.
You're a GD liar.
or you never seen it, because that's the only way that I think that's even possible.
I guess that's a possibility. If you haven't seen it, then you better pause this and go watch it.
But come back, please. It's important to us.
Yes, because we put you on.
Yeah, and then come back and join our discussion.
Yes. Today we're going to be talking about Mean Girls.
Which is actually one of my favorite movies. I actually said it last week that my second one was Lion King. It is in fact Mean Girls.
Mean Girls is your number one?
Number two.
Your number two?
Back to the Future 1.
Oh, okay.
Mean
so
Girls 2.
Back to the Future, Mean Girls, then Lion King?
I don't know. Lion King's losing steam as the time goes by.
Oh, because like all the reboots?
No, I think it's just because such new stuff, keeps coming out that it eventually,
Oh,
takes
because
over.
like Lego Batman.
Yeah, I would
bumps
put
it
that.
off the list.
I might put that above it. But
I feel like Wreck-It Ralph. All these movies about games have been really good. I didn't get to check out Super Mario or whatever, but I want to watch that one. I hear really good things, and yeah.
Yeah, so let's get into it then.
Let's get into it, guys. All right. So for those who haven't seen the movie, which we all agree that's rare and weird if you haven't.
Yeah, that shouldn't be allowed.
Yeah. So it's about this girl who moves here, America, from Africa.
If you're from Africa, why are you white?
So yeah, she's a white girl from Africa, I guess, or like, grew up in Africa, moving to America and like learning the ways of America in high school.
Being a regulation hottie.
So yeah, she's a regulation hottie. So I guess because of that, everyone's attracted to her, wants to be her friend, wants to hang out. And then like the attention gets to her.
Yeah, you get friendships made and then broken.
Yeah, and like, so she meets these
I want my
girls.
pink shirt back.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like a whole thing. Revenge, popularity, math stuff, dancing.
That's social suicide.
Yeah. Yeah. So what keeps me up at night about this movie is like I feel like a lot of stuff didn't age well, just like the Sex and the City one, and like, but it's also such a great movie too because of like the things that went into it.
Yeah, I think it's funny that it didn't, like you say, like it doesn't age well because of the content of the humor. But I think the way they did it was smart enough where it's not offensive. It's just pointing stuff out. Like the whole, like, oh, how can you be from Africa if you're white?
Yeah, I think it's like I really like that.
And then,
actually.
yeah, she comes in and then she looks around and she looks at the only black girl. I'm from Michigan.
And speaking of North Central states, big shout out to Minnesota.
Yeah, Minnesota, that one person has been great. I think it's Grand Rapids. We know you're listening. You actually make a big part of our listens, so we appreciate that.
Yeah, and we want to like get to know you, I guess. Maybe even send you some exclusive stickers or merch. I don't know. Like just, we just appreciate you. Thank you. Whoever you are, you rock. And hope you're having a good day and a good night.
Do you know that when Katie first sits down with the plastics, Oh, this is one of those trivia questions, and this is I think is a hard one. So if you're listening,
Okay, Sky
get
has some trivia
get on
questions.
get on the social media. Let her know if you got any of these actually correct.
Yeah, we want to know if you learned anything from this because I know you're a fan. So let's see. Let's hear this.
So when Katie was first in with the plastics, all three were eating the same thing. What was it?
They were eating like a salad, no?
No,
Drinking Diet Coke.
no.
Wait, hold on. When she first sat with them,
The first time when she's walking by, and
Oh.
that creep comes up to her and talks about a buttered muffin.
is your muffin buttered?
What was the original line to that?
Is your cherry popped?
Oh, yeah, that was crazy. That's a crazy one to put
Would
in
you
there.
like us to assign? Would you like us to assign someone to pop your cherry?
Wow, that was crazy. That's
Yeah.
the first one.
Well, they wanted to keep it PG-13, so they really had to change a lot of the lines. But
Yeah,
I
like
don't
the-
know. They weren't eating. That's my final answer. They weren't eating.
No, they were all eating BLTs sandwiches, but without the B. It was just lettuce and tomato
Ew.
and a Perrier.
That's nasty.
Boring.
Wait, what? That's absurd. I can't even
Yeah.
believe
How
that.
do you? How did she
The
gain,
B
even
is the
gain
best
weight?
part of the BLT.
Yeah. Well, I made a joke because they,
They're a bunch of B's. They're already the B. They have the B. They are the B. So that's why they just. Oh, you know what? Tina Fey probably did come up with that, or like think about that.
Yeah, because Tina Fey came up with. Oh, that was a good one. That was. Oh, I'm gonna have to edit that out. All right. It's like, oh, speaking of, where did the word fetch come from?
Fetch. Is it British?
Well, that's what they say in the movie.
It's like slang from England.
Fetching. It's actually from what's her name? Tina Fey. She invented it as a way to keep the movie from outdating itself. Instead of using, oh, that's the bomb, or that's dope, or that's
Yeah.
fat, or whatever your nomenclatures are for
Yeah,
your time period.
that's hot.
Yeah. So fetch, and then when you hear fetch, everybody knows that's Mean Girls.
That's Mean Girls. That's a good one.
Yeah. I like
It
that
never
one.
popped off. That never became a thing, but I like that it is a reference to Mean Girls, and yeah,
Yeah,
like if you say it, everybody knows exactly what scene and what you're talking about.
yeah, I've seen this movie at least 20 times, and that's even before I met you.
Yeah, I don't know how many times I've seen it. I wish there was a way for me to check, but yeah.
Actually, Blue got me a copy for I think our anniversary, the DVD of Mean
I
Girls.
don't know, something.
It was something. Yeah, it was something celebratory.
Yeah, we were broke. We're living the broke life, and it
I
was
liked
like
it.
a cheap, cute gift that I knew he'd
We
appreciate.
we watched it right away.
Yeah, I don't know.
And
That's
if you-
our thing.
Yeah, if you like us, we kind of like say the words along with everything.
Yeah, we were watching it today with someone who's never seen the movie before, and it was hard not to say the lines. I wanted them to be able to enjoy it without me saying the line before the line was said, because I know how annoying that could be.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, pretty much.
But like since
It's
we both do it, it's like a little different, which is kind of funny.
yeah. So let's. I have something that maybe you don't know.
Oh, what's that?
So the movie
Tit for
came
tat.
out in 2004.
Okay.
It was filmed in September to November 2003. And if you know the movie is actually the beginning of school, Halloween, Christmas, like prom. Is it prom? Yeah, like the prom thing. So it really was based on like what the school year was looking like, pretty much. Like you know what I mean? Like they're filming Halloween in October and graduation
Oh,
in
because
like
it matched up
whatever.
every-
Like I
yeah.
felt like the season they were filming in really goes with what the movie was showing, because not a lot of people do like a Halloween Christmas scene like in their stuff. Like they choose one, they don't do both. And
Yeah, it's usually like a big thing at the end, like graduation, or it's leading up to graduation or prom. It's never beginning of school year to like the end of school year. Well, I guess that's not true because you got Karate Kid. I guess that's one, but they don't. Yeah, they did do a good job of showing the seasons.
yeah, like the school year.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But do you know the origins of Regina's name?
Regina George?
Yeah.
No, I wish I feel like I should know this.
If you actually think about the name and who she represents, you might figure it out.
Regina George.
Regina George is a Queen Bee, right? You know, she's the most popular.
Yeah, yeah. Hmm.
Well, Regina is Italian, Romanian, and Latin for bee.
Oh,
Queen. I'm sorry, Queen, not bee. Queen.
Regina means queen.
Regina, yeah, means queen in all those languages.
Okay.
Yeah, did you know that one?
No, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that one either. You know what? Honestly, I went through all the ones. I was like, I know this one. I know about the hot dog. I know about the pink shirt. I know that the character came out gay after. Well, Damien, who played Damien, he actually came out gay like after the movie was dropped, like years after.
Yeah, that's cool. I know that Damien actually free-libbed a lot of his lines,
Well, you know,
and they like trusted that he would be able to do that, and I thought that was really cool.
he was so good at playing gay, he actually turned gay. in Real life.
Yo, you're so
Method
crazy.
acting, bro. Method
Right,
acting.
method acting was like, I'm learning so much about myself.
This has really opened new avenues up for me.
Yeah, I love Damien. He's actually one of my favorite characters, yo. Like, I don't know. He was really great. I felt connected to him. He was really funny. And I love hearing that his lines were mad libs.
Danny
or
DeVito,
freelance.
I love your work.
Yo, you know what's crazy? I've seen that movie 20,000 times, and it took me a while to realize who the heck Danny DeVito is. And I love Danny DeVito. I just didn't know
it was
Danny
him?
DeVito's name. It's just really funny how like
So what
you
did
could
you
see
know
a
him
movie
from?
so much. I don't know. Like he would say that line, and I just wouldn't know what he was talking about. But then if you Google Danny DeVito, you already know what he's talking about because he's wearing like that leather vest and the white T-shirt, and it's like, oh shit, like.
Oh, the old picture of him from Taxi?
That picture is like one of the first pictures
Like
that come up when you Google Danny
70s,
DeVito.
right?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
when
that's
you
him on
Google
Taxi.
him, you know it's like, oh shit, Damien hit
He
it
was
right
also
on the head.
he was also Penguin from Batman.
Yeah.
He's also Sunny.
Yes. Sunny in Philadelphia. It's always sunny in Philadelphia. Yeah. But maybe you didn't know this. Maybe you guys did know this. That when he sang that his infamous song, not infamous, but the song he sings, "Beautiful" by Christina Aguilera. He sang that just in front of his mom. There was like nobody else
I heard about that
on set
because he was
Or,
too
like,
shy to do it in front of everybody else.
You are beautiful.
In
I love that.
every single way. I got two more, and then
Okay.
we'll move on from this one.
Okay.
Who did you know that Katie was actually played by someone else besides
Played by or would have been?
would have been, so she was someone else was casted as
Was
Katie.
it Regina George?
No, but you're close.
Oh, the girl who plays freaking Gretchen.
No, wait, which one? Wait, is Gretchen the horror or the toaster strudels? I always get the
Gretchen's
toaster strudels,
yes.
right? Yeah, I love Gretchen.
My
yeah.
dad's the inventor of toaster strudels.
I don't think he'll appreciate the way you're talking to me. No, the other one, Amanda. I don't know how to say.
Fried. I don't know.
Stay fried.
Stay fried. Stay fried.
She was actually,
Amanda.
she was actually put in the role for Katie, but Lorne Michaels, who is from Saturday Night Live and Big Bang Theory, thought she would have been a better dumb girl, so they moved her to the dumb girl.
Yeah, I mean they were right on the money.
Yeah.
She played a really great dumb girl, and I like that she was able to walk away from that role too. It wasn't like typecasting.
Yeah, because she did that
Yeah.
romantic comedy, and then
She did a lot of different movies.
Did she go up for like awards and stuff too?
I don't know. I just know that she's like in a lot of different movies after that. I just can't remember off the top of my head.
That's how good she was, because I really thought she was stupid.
Yeah, I did too. Pretty
we
bad.
put the
They
K
all
on.
come off stupid, to be honest. Like except Katie, I guess, just because she's in the Mathletes or whatever.
Well, I think that's a.
But like
I think
they
it
like
confused maturity and
they painted. I
knowing
don't know. They
stuff.
painted Katie to be smart and everybody else to kind of be dumb. Cause like Rachel McAdams, Regina
Regina.
George
Queen Bee.
is her character in the movie. And she's like, "Is butter a carb?" It's like, what? I mean, I guess butter. So butter is a carb, right? Because it's like fat, and fat's a carb, right?
Oh, no.
Or
Carbs,
sugar carb.
no, carbs are like bread, pasta, stuff like that.
But I thought sugar
Sugar
converted
is a
into
carbohydrate,
carbs,
yeah.
too. Well, basically, she's like, I'm on an all carb diet. And it's like,
Oh,
what?
she's trying to get back at her for stealing. Wait, what exactly did she do? Oh, she kissed Sam after.
So she told, not Sam, his name is, what's his name?
That was Samuel.
Should I?
She kissed Aaron Samuels.
Yeah, right. She wanted to plot revenge against her.
Made her face smell like feet.
Well,
Minty
it's made
feet.
her smell like peppermint.
Yeah, that's not feet. That's
Made her gain some weight.
He could just give her a wagon. If this was nowadays, she would have been like, "Yeah, look at that fat ass right there."
Yeah. Yo, you crazy. Made her give her a wagon.
Wait,
No, that's weird, right?
Move, fat ass.
I guess that's another way it didn't age well because everybody wants a fat ass now.
Yeah, everyone
So
wants
it's
that
like
wagon.
funny. It's like,
Throw
oh,
that
you got a
mug on.
fat ass. Like, yeah, bitch, you jealous.
Yeah, guys want
And you start
something.
twerking.
You could throw a beer on and ride on through to the town.
Yeah. Nah, yeah. That's funny. I didn't realize that was a way that it didn't age well. Like everybody wants ass now.
I got a last one.
Okay.
It has to do with the map that Janice Ian, makes for Katie. You know where everyone sits in the cafeteria.
Oh, like here's the Asian nerds,
Mhm.
the cool Asians, varsity jocks, JV jocks, girls who eat their feelings, girls who don't eat anything, black hotties, the best people you'll ever meet, and the worst.
Oh, the plastics. Okay, so it actually has to do with the message. There's a message in the woods above the school.
Okay.
Do you know what the message says?
No, I guess I never checked it out.
All right, where is it? It says, "Makeout zone warning. There is sexual activity in these woods."
Nice.
That's the
Wait.
last of mine ones, anyway.
I mean, hope it's consensual, or that didn't age well either.
Well, I don't know to say that. Oh, was it consensual? Like, did someone say it wasn't consensual?
No, I was making a joke.
But that's the thing. It's like, oh, was it consensual? Well, why would I be talking to you right now?
No,
Like,
I mean, I don't know why my mind went there. That's like,
'Cause
oh,
you're part-
woods, sexual activity. It's like, well, does that mean that if I step in there, sexual activity is going
'cause
to
you're
be
on
thrown
that
at
cusp.
me?
You're on that cusp of young and older, so you kind of get it.
I'm
but
just
to
wondering if it's a warning. I don't know.
Oh, I guess maybe it is a warning.
Or a
It's
heads
like
up. I can't tell. I can't
Oh.
tell.
Oh, like a dark theory, like that's a
I
people
don't
get
know.
assaulted over there, and then
I don't know.
like, yo, stay away from there.
Bitches get hit by, sorry, excuse my language. People get hit by buses in this movie. Like, I don't know.
That's right. She gets hit by a bus, and she still looks amazing.
All right, so I have another point or like a fact that maybe some people didn't know. Tina Fey, she plays the math teacher in the movie. She decided to play a math teacher to kind of kill the stereotype that women are terrible at math, which is kind of funny because she had her friends' boyfriends, like she stole her friend's boyfriend's math lessons to make.
Well, it's the
Her
only math
lessons
teacher she
on
probably
the-
knew at the time, so it was like,
Yeah, like I'm actually wondering how much math she actually knew, and it's really crazy to me because Tina Fey comes off like a really intelligent woman. Like I'm wonder if like she does know the math, doesn't know the math. Like
maybe is that why they made Katie too also really good at math?
maybe because
to
to kill
really
the
drive it home.
stereotype. Yeah. You know what's really funny? Fun fact: I was in like a mathlete situation at my school. We
Nerd.
didn't compete mathematically, but it was like we were like preparing. We were like a club that would like prepare to do those like math events. So it was like a club for like really advanced math students, basically. We
And
didn't
it-
compete against other schools, but yeah, it was like the mathletes.
I was part of the chess club for a little bit.
I did chess too. I did chess too. Yeah, we had different clubs at my school though. We were like really like diverse.
I'm sure we had clubs. I just never checked them out. Like I was stuck at school for so long. I just wanted to go home.
Ah, that's whack. I was like a part of like a lot of things. Well, I mean, I guess some of the things that I was a part of was in college too. So I just really like school. I like to learn, and yeah. I
You
know
know
a
what?
lot
You know
of
what
it
scene
about
I
everything.
really it gets me laughing every time I see it.
Hmm.
It's when Aaron kicks the soccer ball and then he walks away and like flicks his
I knew
hair.
what you were gonna talk about. It is really fucking ridiculous.
Because if you see him kick the ball doesn't really like go hard, fast, far. It just kind of like dribbles down to the goal. And he's supposed to be like the star. Like, is he the star soccer player?
I don't know, actually. I guess he's like supposed to be good. It's funny though, everybody with that hairstyle flips their hair like that. I have a coworker who has like a hairstyle like that, and he doesn't flip it, but he does like a flip, but also like a comb. Like he runs his fingers through his hair as he like flips
Do
it.
you know he got hired as him as the actor for the guy who played Aaron Samuels was hired because he looks like Jimmy Fallon.
Oh wow!
Because they actually had somebody, I forget who they had like in mind for him before him, but yeah, they decided to go with because he looked like Jimmy
I
Fallon.
guess I see that a little bit.
Like his
A
kid.
young
Yeah.
Jimmy Fallon. Yeah. Wow. I guess it's Tina Fey had a boner for all of them. Like Alec Baldwin, Jimmy
Why?
Fallon.
Why, who did she hire that looks like Alec Baldwin?
Oh, I just because she worked with him in
Oh.
30 Rock, which I like that show too. Actually, have you ever seen that one, 30 Rock?
A little bit, but I'm not like a huge fan of it.
I'm surprised. That's shocking, actually.
Why?
You might actually like relate to the Alec Baldwin like character.
This is. I don't think I want to relate to the Alec Baldwin character.
Yo, he got found out guilty. Like I think they're blaming somebody else like for killing that lady.
Well, from what I remember,
That's what you're talking about, right?
no, I forgot all about that. I just remember his character be kind of like a jerk.
Well, yeah. Do you know yourself? Like I don't know, man.
I mean, I'm a jerk, but I'm like a nice jerk.
Okay. You keep thinking that.
No, like because everyone knows it. Like
Some of our listeners know you in real life. Like, don't be lying to them.
I had a coworker one time because while I'm a jerk, I am a smartass. I'll make jokes. I'll snap on people. For Halloween, I dressed up as our manager and followed him around and just copied his movements.
And he thought he was so cute.
It was hilarious because I just stand behind him, putting in numbers like he does, and like tell people they're doing things wrong and why they're doing it wrong. But I remember one time I was messing around with the dish guy, and he's a little special needs,
Yeah,
and
a little bit. I know who you're talking about. Yeah, a
yeah,
little bit.
and I had a coworker be like, "Oh, why are you messing with him like that?" It's like I mess with everybody. Why won't I treat him the same way I would treat you? And he kind of looked at me and goes, "Oh, like yeah, that's right.
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone deserves to be treated the same."
It's weird because like where I work, we have a dish guy who's special too, and I feel like people avoid him because he's special.
Yeah, no, I did the opposite.
And it's like,
I mean, I wouldn't go over there and hang out with him all day, but I'm gonna talk to him. I'm gonna be polite.
yeah,
Like if he talks to me, I'm gonna talk back. I'm not just gonna be like, ugh, and walk away. That's just rude.
yeah. I mean, he seems like he wants to interact with people. He's like a nonverbal, so he can't communicate with people. So all he could really do is like smile and make like little sounds and stuff to you. And like it's just weird. Like I know I'm getting a little bit of a tangent, but like I think it's important to treat people like they're like air quotes normal rather than like let's ignore them
Yeah, sort of like
because they're special.
sort of how like Katie did at the end of the movie where she broke up her crown and then she gave a
Yeah.
little piece to everybody. Like everyone deserves to be beautiful.
Yeah. She's
Not
like,
just the
"Oh, like I
popular
don't know
ones."
why everybody wants this. Like what is this? Like it's just a piece of plastic." And she shares with everybody.
And
And so
Damien
everybody could
gasps.
feel like, yeah. Damien was like, but yeah, like so everybody could feel like royalty. And
Yeah, I mean it's broken.
I don't know.
You can't really wear it.
I think it's important, I don't know, with like everything going on in this world, like it's important to be nice to each other. Like the show, I mean, I keep calling it a show, but the movie, like, it just reminds me of how realistic it is. Like people are really nasty to each other. And like there's like girls like in the news that get killed by their
Yeah.
girlfriends.
You know what?
Like
Let's get into another segment. Let's
Yeah.
close this one out.
here we go. One.
Speaking of Mean Girls, let's take a second to talk about some of the crazy stuff that we found out. There are a lot of mean girls out there who lure their friends into danger. What have you found out today?
Yeah, so there's a lot of examples actually. When I thought about it, like mean girls in real life, a lot of shit comes up. Sorry for my language. But there was like in the 1980s, there was this girl named Michelle Avila who I guess her friends were like jealous of her. She was like really pretty. She was like this petite girl and stuff like that. And like she kept getting accused of being like a slut, like hooking up with random people. And I guess so her name is Michelle. Her friend, like Karen or something like that, she got with her Michelle's ex-boyfriend. And I guess the friend thought like, oh, Michelle wants to get with my boo, like that's her ex, like whatever.
But she was just like super friendly with everybody.
Yeah, she's just like a chill person. Like everybody
Like the
liked
girl
her.
homie. Like everyone wants to chill with her.
Yeah, like just probably very non-threatening, but people get it in their heads that this person can get whatever she wants and she, whatever. So they set her up and they're like, "Oh, she left with these three dudes in a parking lot." But like it turned out that that was like a lie and they had actually killed her. She was found in like 8 inches of water, like forcibly drowned in water and stuff.
Oh yeah, I
It was
heard
like
about
really
that.
messed up and like it's really sad.
Yeah, even in the cover up, they try to make her look like they try to slut shame her. Like, oh, she ran off with three guys. Who knows what three guys could be doing to her right now?
It's like really messed up. Like I feel like times have changed. And like women shouldn't be slut shamed as much. But I don't know. It's just like a whole thing. Like it's just crazy. Like I feel bad for her. Rest in peace. And then there's like, like that Slenderman story.
Oh, the inspired that one that I don't even want to call her a woman because she was a little girl.
Yeah, like her two friends, Peyton Lutner, her two friends, they were like trying to do a sacrifice for Slenderman and ended up stabbing her.
Well, wait, they really thought like Slenderman was real?
They really thought Slenderman was real. And they wanted to
What evidence did they
sacrifice a
have?
person. I have no idea. They wanted to sacrifice a person for Slenderman, and they ended up stabbing this girl like 19 times. And yo, she survived. That girl survived. Like,
Oh, she's still alive?
yeah, but it's just crazy, like how they were all good friends. There's like dozens of pictures of them together and everything. Like, who would have thought that they would have done this?
It reminds me, and
like,
I'm
really
I'm not
sad.
I'm not trying to like make it sound less severe than it is, but it reminds me of those girls who go on the tattoo show, and they give their that's my best friend, and then they put like cum dumpster on their
Oh,
back
like
or
that
something like
revenge
that.
thing, like
But not even because
I
they're
forget
like
what that show's
they were like
called.
friends, they're best friends. They just happen to be getting tattoos for each other on the show, and they picked it out. And it's always like not always, but it's
No, I don't think they're
catty.
friends. I don't think the people are friends on that show.
Yeah, the one. Remember the one with the guys? They were like best friends, brothers growing up.
Oh,
With
yeah.
Snooki.
I thought it was supposed to be. Yeah, I thought it was supposed to be like some revenge shit.
Maybe they do revenge ones, but they seem like that's my best friend. I knew
Yeah,
this since
no,
I was a
yeah.
child.
It's like you can never really trust who your friends are. Like in Mean
Ever.
Girls, they were like, "Oh, Katie is like this girl who has no friends. Like we're gonna befriend her, but Katie's like doing her own sneaky shit on the side too.
Yeah, but
Like it's crazy.
did
Like,
what's her name? Regina tells Aaron that she writes his name over and over in a
Yeah,
book.
Regina tried to
and
make
made
her
her
look like a
s-
freak. That's
yeah,
true.
like,
No, yeah.
weird.
Regina is a sneaky bitch. Katie became one too. Gretchen became one too. I think Karen
all
might be the
became, like,
most
their own
innocent out of all of these because Janice Ian
Are you
wanted to
saying
get back
dumb
her.
is innocent?
No, I mean, what kind of revenge did she do?
She really doesn't do anything.
She's just like
She's just there.
spaced.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
She didn't stop the regime, but she didn't really add to the regime.
I don't know. Like I'm really trying to think. This is like unpopular opinion. Karen's the most innocent one. Maybe not unpopular, but yeah. Like I can't really remember if she ever did anything.
Yeah, because you could look at Janice Ian, you look at Damien, you look at Katie, Regina, and even Gretchen. They all really tried to do some shit. What they really
Because
did.
Gretchen was really backstabby too.
Yeah.
The moment she even
With
sensed
Caesar,
that there
it-
might have been something wrong, yeah, she's like, her parents don't sleep together. They sleep in the same bed, if that's what you're talking about.
Oops, I let something slip.
Oh, she's cheating on this guy every Wednesday or whatever.
And what was that scene where she starts flipping out, like, and she wants to stab Caesar?
Yeah.
Like, that was what the breaking
Caesar
point.
thinks that he could just walk around with his big feet. But Julius is just as cute as Caesar. Yeah, Julius is just as smart as Caesar. People totally love Julius as much as they love Caesar.
Brutus, because Julius Caesar and Caesar the same person.
Brutus, my bad. We should totally just stab Caesar. And then, yeah, that's what inspired a bunch of people, I guess.
You hear about Nora Vincent?
Nora Vincent. Sounds kind of familiar.
Back in 2003, this was a woman who was a lesbian, not trans. She was a lesbian. And she went through these changes, like she cut her hair. She actually hired a speech coach to deepen her voice. And she was a journalist, so she wanted to like kind of like archive what it's like to be a man for 18 months. And she really like suffered, like not only for the treatment by like other women, but she felt that the gender roles placed on men were too suffocating. And that, like, like, because women put so much on men to do things, and that's only the men that they deem cute enough to have their respect. Because if they don't respect you, then they don't treat you well. So it's like there's only like a small percentage of men that the women would treat better, and then but like she would said that she hung out with guys and she went bowling, and everyone thought she was gay because she rolled like a girl. But everyone was like, "Oh, good job!" They were still like, you could keep doing it. They were supportive, and she's like, she was really surprised how she thought men were like very against each other, out for themselves. And she's like, it's just like a giant boy group. Like, if you're in a group of guys, you need something. You're more unlikely to get what you need than if you're in a group of women. And the abuse got so bad that she went to depression even after she switched back to her normal self. And
as a woman, she was abused.
As when she was as the man for 18 months, she felt like it was such a like she got depressed so much so that in 2022, with assistance, she committed suicide.
Wait, what? So she's transitioned into a man.
She didn't transition. She was kind of manly looking already, so she used that to her benefit and became a man.
Okay.
This was before all the, the transgender and the, I'm this and that. This was just, she was legit trying to get by as a man, not to trick people, not to, she just wants to see the experience from a man's view. And
it made her want to kill herself.
After a time, yeah. It took like 19 years, but it started definitely, she said that it started making her very depressed, which is kind of sad that those are her, women that she thought was cool, like, like, oh yeah. And now she's a man, and like the same women are just like horrible to her.
That is pretty crazy. I wonder if she was like in a different environment, if it would have been better.
Like a more supportive environment?
Yeah, like I can see like, people in Bushwick kind of being like nice to people like that. Like maybe not. Maybe I'm, giving them more credit, but
on Staten Island, yeah, we when we moved here, we thought the people were gonna be like a little racist. It has like this. I guess the rest of the city sees it as different from the rest of the city. It's 70% white on the island. That's the only, that's the biggest percentage of white people in the city. Everything is around about 30 to 50%. It's the only borough that voted for Trump, and so like we had this preconceived notions here. Because Blue has brown skin, that people were gonna maybe look at her certain ways, and me and her like fighting in the street, and I walk away, and then some old lady just sitting there staring at us. So Blue turned around and was like, "What?" She turned around, she goes, "My cat likes you."
Yeah, and it turned out like she had her cat on the lawn, and they were both looking at me. She was just trying to be nice.
Yeah, I think it's just a good idea to try to look at things from a different perspective, because you really don't know. And like if you're a good person to only certain people, then you're not really a good person. You're just being good to people who can help you. If you're a really good person, you help everybody if you can, and you have the needs to.
Well, I'm gonna argue that.
Let's argue.
I think that I'm a genuinely nice person, but some people do not deserve kindness. And actually, being kind to certain people drains me.
Yeah, but that's the truth. Yeah, no, you're right.
So I think that we
But they're
actually
still-
really have to protect nice people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. You know who to be nice to.
Now
you-
I do, but it's like learning who you can say be nice to and not like really sucks. Because you want to just be genuinely a nice person, but that's not realistic. Like life, some people don't deserve it, and protect yourself. Like protect yourself from the mean girls.
Because there's a lot of mean girls. It's a jungle out there.
You know what's funny? Another thing that I feel like about the movie that keeps me up at night a little bit is this one song that comes up at the end of the movie. I don't know what it is. I find it so like relaxing. It's called like Halcyon On and On by Orbital. Or is it Oreo by Halcyon On and On? That's funny. I'm not actually sure. But the song is just so good, so relaxing. And one time my coworker was playing it at work. I'm like, oh my God, that song comes up at the end of Mean Girls. And he's like, actually, this song comes up on Mortal Kombat. And like, I thought it was like kind of really funny. And yeah.
That's pretty cool. You know what song I like?
All right, so this has been What Keeps Me Up at Night podcast. If you really like this and then you want to reach out to us and you want to maybe yell at us or give us some props, anything at all, please find us on Facebook. It's under Evidence Room. You'll see our What Keeps Me Up at Night logo. And yeah, just shoot us a message. We'll love to hear from you, especially if you're from Michigan. We're looking for you, man or woman. You already know we love you. Just, yeah.
I'm
keep
from
in touch.
Michigan.
Yes. Just keep in touch, please. We're also on Instagram under Evidence Room.
The Evidence Room 23.
The Evidence Room 23.
We're on TikTok of What Keeps Me Up Nightly.
Yeah. Check out that TikTok. It's actually really like some mind-blowing facts on there. Like I think you'll love it.
And then on Twitter, it's What Keeps Me Up SI.
Yeah. So we're everywhere. Yeah, they love me everywhere. And yeah, like I hope you enjoyed. Like we just love keeping you guys up.
Thanks
know?
for joining in.
Thank
And
you
as
so
always,
much. Check on your friends, man. Stop fucking around. Sorry.
everyone deserves love, even you.
Yeah.
This concludes our broadcast day. Good night, and God bless America.